Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Schneider and I'm really excited about today's video because today we're talking about an improvisational technique that is just so important for your bag of tricks, your toolbox if you will. This technique is called anticipating the chord changes. And how it works is we'll use two chords for an example here, F7 and B flat 7, okay? You in the rhythm section are blowing over this F7. You're taking a solo, rhythm section's playing the chords, and then you start playing on a B flat 7, but the rhythm section hasn't yet gotten there. So that means that you are anticipating the B flat 7, and then eventually the rhythm section catches up and suddenly everybody is in the right place. So it's kind of like playing outside the chord changes, right? Now what this does is, it does a couple of things. The first is, it builds tension, so you're adding some spice to your lines and the ideas that you're playing, because you're playing notes that don't fit in the same chords that the rhythm section is playing, because you're ahead of the game. You're playing notes that will fit in like a couple beats later. And then you have the release once the rhythm section catches up, and then everybody is in the same place and it sounds great. So you have that tension and release, which is always a good thing in music. The other thing that's really great about this technique is that it forces you to know the chord changes really well. Meaning, a lot of the times, if you're playing a tune and the band's playing behind you, if you don't really know the tune that well, you can kind of listen to what the piano player or the bass player is doing and you can figure out the chord that way. And by anticipating the chord changes, it forces you to you don't have a choice here, you have to know the chord because you're going to get there before the rhythm section does. So if you really want to memorize tunes and get really good at memorizing tunes, force yourself to anticipate the chord changes because that'll force you to know the chords really well. Okay? So we're going to do an example here. Let's go back to those two chords I said before, the F7 and the B flat 7. This is just a blues. And I'm going to play a line that doesn't fit on the F7, it fits on the B flat 7. So I play this line, and that's outlining that B flat 7. I have the 3rd, 5, 7, and then back to 5. So the core of that little lick right there, the D, the F, and the A flat, is the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th of B flat 7. So I am forcing those notes upon the rest of the band to really introduce that B flat 7 chord. And then the rest of the band catches up, we're all in the same place, everything sounds good. Tension and release. Let's do another one. Okay, again, I think I played, and that's all over that B flat 7. Starting on the 3rd, going down the bebop scale, 3, 2, 1, 7, flat 7. It's all on that B flat scale, that B flat 7 scale. So I'm really making use of the A flat, really making use of the chord tones, the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, they're all in there, and I'm accentuating them. That's the key thing. You have to make sure you're accentuating those chord tones because otherwise it might not really sound the way you want it to. You won't get that effect of anticipating the chord if it's kind of ambiguous as to what chord you're on. So in order to make it very clear what chord you're on, make sure you're playing chord tones and accentuating them. Alright, now we're going to go to another example. This time it's going to be on a tune that's a bit more complex. The thing is that this technique of anticipating the chord changes, it's really good for making chromatic harmony that doesn't necessarily follow your basic 2-5-1 pattern. It makes these chords sound, or it makes your improvisation on these chords sound much more fluid and smooth and not so disjunct. A lot of the time if you have harmony that's kind of complicated and you're trying to navigate all these chord changes, it can get tricky and it doesn't really always sound as smooth as you'd like it to. So by anticipating the chord change, you actually bridge the gap between one chord going to the next, even if it's a weird relationship between one chord and the next chord. Let's do another example here. Along Came Betty has a lot of chromatic harmony. We're going to give it a shot. Let's see what happens. So real quick, in Along Came Betty, the first two chords are B flat minor 7 going to B minor 7. So in this example, I'm going to try to get to that B minor 7 as quickly as I can, even though the rhythm section's not going to be there until maybe a few beats later. Okay, let's pause it right there. What I just played was, and if I sing that and I'll count the beats on my fingers, 1, ba da boo da ba boo ba boo ba ba. So beat 4, that's where I came in with that line, that goes over B minor 7. So I started in B flat 7 or B flat minor 7 with boo da, and then I took it up a half step, ba boo ba ba dee ba, and that all happened starting on beat 4. So I anticipated by one beat. Let's do it again. Another example. That line. Ba dee boo da. There's beat 3. That's where I'm playing that A on the B minor, the 7 of the B minor 7 chord. Right? And then I'm just going down that B minor scale after that. So that was anticipating by 2 whole beats. Okay, so now I'm going to play a little bit more of this tune. I'm just going to let the track run, and every time I anticipate the chord, I'm going to kind of give you a look at the camera to perk your ears up and see if you can hear how I'm anticipating the changes. Okay, let's try it out. So that was Along Came Betty with a bunch of different anticipations worked in there. You know, whenever you're practicing something, it's always good to kind of overdo it, and then if you don't want to do it that much in a real world setting, you can kind of taper off from there. But it's always good to kind of do it as much as you can when you're practicing something. Along Came Betty is a great tune to work on anticipating chord changes because it really has a lot of that chromatic harmony. But you know, any tune like Stablemates or Moment's Notice, Giant Steps, you know, any of these tunes where the harmony does not really follow your typical 2-5-1 pattern, that's going to be a great opportunity to really practice anticipating the chord changes. Alright, so that's it for today. If you guys have questions or comments, you can definitely leave them down below. You know, I always say that, but really if you have anything that you're confused about from this video, or you want to learn more about something else, definitely shoot me a comment, or you can always email me too at jeffschneidermusic@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so, because I'm putting out these new videos. I want you guys to be notified when they come out. And what else? I do work one-on-one with people. If you guys want to do Skype lessons, that is an option as well. You can also send me an email about that, and it's again jeffschneidermusic@gmail.com. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching, good luck with this, and let me know how it goes. Until next time, I'm Jeff Schneider.